So we're here today because I have 1 day left of demo of the Lurssen mastering console. Okay, so I think you know Gavin Lurssen, Lurssen Mastering, Cohen as well. It's probably one of the most famous mastering studios ever. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna try the Lurssen first, and then I'm gonna make a sort of like whatever, like a mix, a master chain, a mix of plugins and things that I've devised that will be kind of similar to what Lurssen is doing through the plugin, but really in reality in his own studio, okay, in their own place. I'm raising my monitoring just one step, but just so you know, I am listening to the A7Vs, okay, the Nearfields, the ones that are close to me. And this is what I've been listening to since we started the video, okay? So I'm on Nearfields, but even if we take the Nearfields and we do our changes here, I'm gonna do the changes on my own chain through the Nearfields as well. So it's same speakers, same room, same ears, same pair of glasses. So now we've got unprocessed, then we've got LMC, then we've got our chain, and then we've got processed. I cannot compensate in the plugin, as I said, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna compensate at fader level. So let's try it again. Okay, have you heard it? Well, okay, so now it's not too bad. But let's try it again, unprocessed LMC. One of the things that I think this plugin can really do is having you control the low end and the low mids. If your low end in terms of low mids and kind of a lower part, but not really the extreme subs, are not supporting the mix, your feel for the high mids and highs is completely gonna throw you off to where you have to look. You hear the strings and you hear the trumpets. I haven't changed the reverb, obviously, you know, I can't do that. But don't they sound more supported? Don't they sound more like their throws? When a trumpet throws a line, there's the orchestral air that just kind of picks it up and supports it, so it flies longer and it glides over the orchestral stuff. Can you feel the air of the venue itself? Because here from my ADAM A7Vs, it's so much more enticing. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna forget about this and we're gonna run the single plugins together, okay? Who knows? We should work with the 3 together. The tube EQ, the Lurssen EQ, goes into the 8200 and it goes into the Manley. So I wanna EQ into compression. I think it's gonna be better. Let's try this. Okay, I think I dialed in the Manley where I want it. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to unlink the side chains because I want, you know, the 2 channels to kind of move independently. We're gonna keep it there And maybe I'm gonna raise the threshold a little bit because I'm gonna push the EQs into the compressors. So now we're gonna do the EQs while the compressor is going. Okay, so it's simple, but kind of effective, right? Now let's do some unprocessed versus the chain so far. Okay, I like it. What I'm gonna move to is the SSL right now. And then what we're gonna do as well is use the Pro MB to dial in some high frequency de-essing. It's not really a de-esser, but it's high frequency containment. Okay, I'm curious to hear what's gonna happen. Have you heard it? I mean, this works. Let's see if we get out a little bit more highs in the 10 because we have this safety net. Honestly, I think we can keep B. And I know I'm kind of like, nudging it towards like I want to make it evident. Now, the unprocessed sounds a little bit harsh. What I would do is I would probably take this band and I would output it up, okay? A little bit, like a 0.1. That's what I would try. Let's try this. I mean, to me, B gets that little bit more, but anyway, this is it. So now we go LMC chain, okay? Go. Removing the Manley and readjusting the threshold on the MB and dialing in 0.1 was the ticket, 2 to 1 and a higher side chain because we need to have it breathe. These compressors now behaving. Now we've learned what the SSL Native does. If you dial it that way, it delivers. However, not having the Manley didn't put us through really putting the Lurssen mastering console in trouble. And when I instantiated it and I put it at what, maybe 20% dry, not even, I can hear the fake tubes, I can hear the sustain and the middle spotlight. The Manley is insane at doing that. And somehow, which the Manley doesn't do when it's inserted 100% wet, I hear the side content really, the bells, the high percussions really coming at me from here. And I'm telling you, I mean, again, this is from the beloved A7Vs. This is just the Nearfields. I haven't touched anything. I wanted to make something about really dealing with what if you only have Nearfields, you know? Because if you switch to the bigger speakers, no matter, he can listen to that and make all of these adjustments. No. I've been using the Nearfields all this time, okay? And I can tell you, I can hear the differences for sure. So I like this. Now let's do Lurssen versus chain. Okay, so yes, more. Now we got somebody here. They're saying, I want more, a little bit of that edge, but kind of like in the atmosphere of things. Now we're talking with the client, talking with the producers. We're working it out. We need control. So that's okay. I can hear that I've done kind of like a move that, you know, my parents are gonna like. Oh, he's so talented. My teachers are gonna say, oh yes, he really learned mid-side. Okay, we're all good. The school's gonna give me 4 GPA. How about the sound of these two? Do you wanna know? I'm thinking the Lurssen still got something that is in the guts of the plugin. how it's moving the percussion, it's more natural somehow. If it has a pro, it's that it's a little bit like the ceiling of the theater is a little bit smaller, but it's a very nice image of the orchestral parts. And what I've done is starting to be a little bit like, I want everything, you know, and it's not overproduced, but it's kind of a brighter light on the orchestra. And people that want to have just a relaxing time with a little bit of, you know, of an abajur light on their little bit of a balcony are going to be like, oh, the lights here are a little bit too bright. I can't relax. It's kind of the same thing. It is impressive what the Lurssen's done. These people have been behind so many masters that I was kind of surprised that they had come up with an easy automated mastering thing. And I said, like, why put your face on a product that is just like, you know, fast food mastering when you are 100% the opposite? So I look at it and I say, well, you can't really control a lot of stuff. But then I know Gavin's mentality, which is the whole is bigger than the sum of its parts. And I said, okay, that's why they made this plugin. They want to make something different. But is it? Well, I'm telling you, I mean, it sounds good. All right. So this is it, people. We're going to keep in touch. Alberto signing off. Arrivederci, everybody.